Welcome, landlords and property investors. I'm Phil, and today we're tackling one of the most talked about topics in 2024, the new Renters' Rights Bill. This bill is currently working its way through Parliament, and whilst it's not yet law, it's expected to come into effect by summer 2025. It could significantly reshape the rental landscape as we know it. So it's important for landlords and property investors to stay informed. Let's dive straight into the main changes and what they mean for you as a landlord. Firstly, let's talk about the removal of Section 21, or what's often called no-fault evictions. Currently, landlords can serve a Section 21 notice to end a tenancy without having to provide a reason, but that will change once the bill passes. Under the new rules, landlords will need a valid, specific reason such as rent arrears, property damage, or the intent to sell in order to regain possession of a property. This shift is aimed at providing tenants with greater security, but landlords will need to be prepared for a more formal eviction process using the updated Section 8 grounds. Whilst this gives tenants more protection, landlords will still have options for possession, particularly in cases of serious tenant issues like rent defaults or antisocial behaviour. Another important element of the Renters' Rights Bill is the introduction of a landlord ombudsman scheme. This will require all landlords to join a redress scheme, giving tenants a formal way to resolve disputes without the need to go to court. While this adds a new layer of accountability for landlords, it may also help reduce the time and cost of legal processes. Now, let's talk about how the structure of tenancies is set to change. One of the most significant reforms in the bill is the move to rolling periodic tenancies. Once this law is in place, fixed-term tenancies will no longer exist. This means that after the initial 12-month period, tenancies will automatically roll over, continuing indefinitely until a valid notice is given. Tenants will have the flexibility to leave by giving just 2 months' notice, but landlords will need to provide 4 months' notice if they wish to take back the property, for example, if they plan to sell. Another major change is how rent increases will be regulated. Under the new system, landlords can only raise rent once a year, and tenants will have the right to challenge any increase they believe is unfair through a tribunal. This could slow down how often landlords adjust rents in response to market conditions, but it also adds transparency to the process. Looking ahead, the bill may also affect the types of property investors are interested in. For instance, landlords might start seeking properties that require less maintenance to meet the new Decent Home Standard, which will apply to private rentals. Properties that are already energy efficient or easy to upgrade could become more attractive investments, as compliance with energy regulations is becoming increasingly stringent. By 2025, all newly rented properties will be required to have a minimum energy performance certificate rating of C, and by 2028, this requirement will extend to all existing tenancies. This means that properties currently rated below this level will need significant upgrades, such as better insulation, more efficient heating systems, to remain compliant and rentable. At Let Property, we have over 1,000 tenanted properties ready packaged, providing immediate cash flow for landlords and property investors. Therefore, with the new Renters' Rights Bill giving increased protections for tenants, landlords buying a property through Let Property can focus on fostering long-term tenancies and creating good relationships with their new tenants that have already been fully vetted by Let Property as part of their packaging process. This could also lead to more attention on rental yields in regions outside the more competitive urban markets where the return on investment may be more stable. So, when can we expect all of this to happen? The Renters' Rights Bill has passed its first reading in Parliament, and the government aims to implement it by summer 2025. While that may seem a while off, it's crucial for landlords to start preparing now. By staying on top of the changes to legislation and keeping up with compliance, you can protect your investments and ensure a smoother transition when the bill becomes law. So, there you have it. The Renters' Rights Bill is set to bring big changes to the rental market. But with careful planning, landlords can turn these challenges into opportunities. If you're currently considering selling any residential investment property, the sooner you do so may help you avoid being affected by the new Renters' Rights Bill. Let Property can put your tenanted property in front of over 15,000 active buyers and could complete a sale within as little as 7 days. You won't have to pay any fees. There's no obligation to sell, and you decide if the offer's what you want to accept. For more information and expert guidance, click the link below today. And don't forget to leave a comment. I'll get back to every single one of them.